This man was the definition of overpowered. He's an original of his kind. He's a technician. He's a handyman, a carpenter. I like to call him the engineer. He helped the squad improve their French. He improved their eating habits. What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, it is free to subscribe. We're on a quest, a journey to 300K. We're knocking. We're just trying to get let in. Open the door, help provide some facilitation. We just want to come over and chill. Little FIFA and chill. Not Netflix and Netflix. I don't know where I was going, but today we are discussing my favorite players in FIFA 21 many times. I should say this is really a frequently asked question. Which players am I enjoying the most? Which players really stood out? What is their usability like? So this list, I'll get right into it with criteria. Players I enjoy using, and it's ordered kind of by current rotations. Players that are frequently being used for yours truly, or that I still have in the squad or on the bench, or I won't let them go in my club, or I put in so many minutes. They've equated to so many goals and contributions, or just shifted the way that I played FIFA, and from an enjoyment factor, improved it on the up and up. I'm going to the clouds. I'm taking a 747, put me on the Boeing. That is a reference towards airplanes. This video, pretty positive, and I'm expecting the comments to have a lot of opinions of players you've enjoyed using. But if you want to see me bring out a video with the most hated players, or my oppositions that come in with a certain type of squad and it makes me feel a certain type of way, like the video. That tells me you want the most hated Ultimate Team players. I'll put together a list top to bottom, as we do on the YouTube channel. Enjoy this quick fire, good material. Fuego, fuego. Opara! Probably didn't see this coming, but early on, this man was the definition of overpowered. He's an original of his kind. That build where we not only got the strength, the physical, and the pace, but his side to side, his lateral, his movement, his facilitation out of the back. For an 82 overall, it just can't get better statistically, at least not in this position. Brilliant. And considering I got a 29-1 when I had the American trio with Opara, Aaron Long, and Lima, the bias might have kicked in a little bit, but the results backed it up. He is not forgotten. We appreciate what you've done for Mediocre Cloud FC. I'm not playing around at all. Okay, that was a little bit of a cringy dad pun, and we've all heard every single pun with Atal, but when you were in a bind, Atal always had you covered. You're insured. He's a technician. He's a handyman, a carpenter. I like to call him the engineer. He'd fill that void. He was heroic, or is heroic. I still use Atal. On the virtual pitch, whether you needed someone to come off the bench, you need a fullback, you need a center back, a holding mid, a winger, a center attacking mid. This is one of the most versatile foot items we have seen in FIFA 21 that performs at a high level and can fill in as well if needed. If you're a little bit short on the back end, your pocket's kind of light, but you still got Atal, let him welcome you and grace the virtual pitch. He can wave to everyone. The crowd is going wild. They're cheering him on, and you're going to see this as a theme, but I can appreciate good value. I like a return of my investment. Who doesn't? Speaking of, Aouar, SBC value 101. One of the best squad building challenges I have completed in FIFA 21. We had the negotiation. We brought him into the club. And Aouar is not just someone who fills in, takes up space, is able to do the job. No, 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 no. Much better than just being proficient. He stands out. Prime time performer, and I've used him as a striker, a cam, a winger, a center mid, a holding mid. I think he even played a few games as a fullback one time, because why not? Just put him onto the pitch. He's an asset. We appreciate what he's done for the club. He helped the squad improve their French. He improved their eating habits. We gotta support that. Talisca, still the most capped player in my club, which kind of tells you everything. It's actually sort of ironic when you look back on this foot item. He was considered expensive and a risky pickup, and if anything, I'm doing him a disservice at number 7. He's just not in the same heavy rotation he once was, but I still use him, and he's unique. He's unorthodox, 6'4" with 90 agility. On the reverse end, let's use a basketball example. That's like when you see someone who's 5'5" throw down a dunk. That's just not happening. And because we use a different metric system in the United States than everywhere else in the world, 5'5" translates to roughly 170 centimeters. I have no idea why we have created a measurement system that no one outside the US uses universally. If you didn't know that, guess what? In Europe, they're not talking about miles and feet. That's not what's going down. Not related to this video either. But this is consistent with what we like to talk about. A little bit of everything. We sprinkle. Bernardo Silva, foot freeze edition. It's still been a surprise. He is a maestro. He's full of greatness, little touches, always innovative and able to kind of dance and prance, and you reach and he's gonna teach. He just has this natural elusiveness inside the box, inside the area. And it's not a player I normally would have purchased, or that I thought there would be so much hype around. You name it. It's just not someone I'm naturally drawn towards throughout previous FIFA installments. Some of you will completely disagree, and that's fine. But I packed him, and then I got to experience the vision, the dime dropping capabilities, the way that he's able to orchestrate and facilitate and just makes everyone better on the virtual pitch. Rashford, the man gets busy. I've got him as an anomaly player. He's right up there with the likes of a Sissoko, a Renato Sanchez, a Varane, or a Mendy, especially early on in this year's installment. But I played with the 85 overall Rashford last weekend, and I can still confirm he is nowhere near a liability. He performs versus silver, gold, and elite players. And you just can't say that about many gold standard foot items. Overpowered doesn't even seem right when we discuss Rashford, because he's in another category. He's fierce. He's a young lion. I guess that would technically be a cub life. I watched The Lion King. I didn't love that example. When you think cubs, I'm not thinking the same level of explosiveness and dominance and the presence that you receive from Rashford on the pitch. But he's a sniper in the attack. He's got great size, great pace, scoop turns for days, finishing both feet. He actually feels as if he has a 5-star weak foot. I'm never gonna not co-sign Rashford as a pickup. These are the facts. Joao Felix, busting defenses open, busting doors down. Clutch factor is imminent. He might have the most late game goals. And this is a very pricey SBC. When Joao Felix was announced, there was heavy debate, because if you're gonna make that investment, you don't see those coins again. We always talk about the market and how important it is to kind of be picky and choosy. You have to be particular on which SBCs that you invest in if you wanna have a club that has variety, that has depth, and you still have a coin total that's on the up and up, unless you're making heavy investments yourself. But if you're doing a road to glory, you've gotta be very smart with which players you actually use, how many players insert into your starting 11, the value associated with the player. And the point that I'm making is every weekend I am reassured with happiness via Joao Felix. Whether he's off the bench, in the starting 11, he has not lost a step, has those 5-star skills, similar to Rashford, just slightly better, in my personal opinion, at least if we're looking at the 87 versus the 85. Curtis Jones, 50 cent. Should call him Dollar Bill Jones. This is the truest form of an affordable Rudholic that we know in FIFA 21. He just improves everything about the output. Plug him in, turn on the electricity, pay the bill. He doesn't stop running. He's always going to provide a positive outlook. He's sturdy, reliable, consistent. I've always been impressed, and I've literally played him everywhere outside of maybe being a striker. But he's played in every other role, and I've been happy about it. 2 thumbs up. Another one of those SBCs that wasn't the cheapest, but if you had the fodderism, and if you did pick him up, whether you went center mid or his left mid variation, either way, you're happy days. I still would recommend, or would have recommended, the center mid, but he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Robben. You knew that he was coming in this list. If you've seen me played, enjoyability through the roof. Is Robben the best attacker I've used in FIFA 21? Nah, probably not. But every single week I score goals, or I have moments, or I have plays, or we have a skill run. I don't think other guys, even top tier, can replicate what Robben can do. He has every trait, every characteristic. His finesse shot is beyond broken. The range, unparalleled. Nothing is off the table. Nothing is not possible. Yes, that might have been a couple double negatives in a positive manner, but Robben is that guy. Somehow, he is extremely one-dimensional, yet completely innovative. This guy's a creator. Put him into production. He's inventing new ways to score goals, and he brings back nostalgic vibes. You cut inside, finesse shot, top corner. If you played some of the golden era of foot, and we're talking about FIFA 14, 15, 16, maybe even slightly before that, it was a little more arcadey. And this Robben, this version, this drop, this release brings back that time period for yours truly. El Shaarawy, how do I describe him? Outstanding, tough, first rate, class, I guess top class, industry leading. Mamma mia! We might have forced that one. Italy's finest, premium quality, spectacular, especial, good to go, guaranteed, solidified, A1 steak sauce. What superlative would you like to introduce? Hand clap for El Shaarawy. We're just gonna give him an appreciation post. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop some love on the video. As stated previously, it is free to subscribe. It helps out the channel, the progression. We're on a mission, not a mission impossible. And I look forward to going through the comments with you guys in terms of some of your favorite players, because at the end of the day, this is gonna go all over the place. And that's how it should be. Whether you're going for the more expensive guys, the icons, maybe a personal attachment, sentimental value, just something that's very FIFA specific. But I'll have a lot more content coming out ASAP.